I got it entirely wrong. Free attorneys are available to victims of Family First Life. For months, I've been telling victims of Family First Life to file a complaint with the Department of Insurance to sue Family First Life at local court, even pro se, which is in Latin, in one's own behalf. A California insurance agent who was frauded by FFL contacted me and explained to me in detail exactly what one should do. The insurance industry is state regulated, and you had a certain level of trust in believing that a major entity would not pick your pocket. When the regulators and legislatures hear your story, the natural inclination will feel bad and use their power to right the wrong. Generally, any unethical business practice is in fact illegal, and your state government has harsh penalties to punish lawbreakers. Complaints should be made to the Department of Insurance, the Department of Labor, the Attorney General's office, the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission. There's a fraud hotline. Click, input the information, copy and paste, same complaint that you've made to the other entity. If you feel the unethical behavior involves discrimination, copy and paste that same complaint to the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. Contact your state representative and your state senator. The California agent did the above step, and the California Attorney General's office responded back 14 days with a list of attorneys that would represent him in a lawsuit against FFL. If the Attorney General is recommending that you sue, your chance of success close to 100%, and any attorney will represent you on a contingency basis. It should be noted that governmental investigations are painstakingly slow and thorough, and oftentimes will cause the guilty party to shut down. You should have a complete understanding of how you and the public were defrauded. A big issue is that churning and elder abuse probably occurred in your book of business if you sold multiple Family First Life policies that canceled. You should contact all your clients and find out if they bought another policy afterwards to replace what you sold them. If that new and better policy was sold by an FFL or affiliated agent, then this information should be included in your complaint to the 6 above named offices. Per my YouTube interviews, there is a special relationship between Americo and FFL. The whole dynamic of new agents being told that Americo is best, which is not true for 97% of the prospects, according to Michael Schlesser. Being told that you are buying exclusive lead, and that lead being dispersed to dozens of others, while America has a high replacement cancellation rate because of their high rate for 97% and high built-in commission. This pushing of Americo to new agents smacks of unethical business practice. Family First Life is a subsidiary of Integrity Marketing Group, which owns NAA, Equus, and dozens of other marketing companies. Greg Burt, former senior VP of Family First Life, tells us that the leads that you were sold were shared with other IMG subsidiaries. Greg names Equus. Others have told me NAA. While Wes Newman of Illinois tells us how Family First Life uses offshore telemarketers to harass Americans. Wes got bombarded with 90 calls in one day, despite telling FFL and their co-conspirators to stop. An interesting issue that I learned recently is how Family First Life systemic lawsuit threats and fake postings have kept social media FFL positive for years. You see this evidence by going through my newsletter. In your complaints to the government, I suggest you include a link to my playlist of the interviews of victims and whistleblowers. See below in the description for that link. A link to the FCC cease and desist regarding recruiting fraud, a link to the class action lawsuit against Family First Life regarding lead and release fraud. Should have a complete understanding of your case to get a referral from your Attorney General. In NAPE's agent forum, there's a list of all my previous newsletters on this matter. I suppose that Family First Life will admit to many of the frauds that you are accusing them of, since there is extensive video evidence. As well, I can be helpful in locating witnesses for any eventual trial. In the description, I'm listing links to the relevant state agencies for Texas, Florida, and California, but it's not very hard to Google the word Alabama Department of Insurance complaint, Alabama Attorney General complaint, Department of Labor complaint, etc., depending on which state you're in. As a human being, as a licensed insurance agent, you have an ethical duty to warn others of an impending disaster, and it is highly recommended that you publicize your experience. If you have been a victim of Family First Life, please call me to arrange an interview. Even make a video of your experience and email it to me.